Hello guys, welcome back to our part 2 of Laravel 6.0 Crud application. So our last part, we make our table here and we make one button so that when we click this button we should see a model to show up, and we can fill our data inside that model to try to submit the model inside our database. So I will use a Bootstrap model here. So let's open our browser and search Bootstrap model inside here. So let's pick this one, this first link. Okay, then inside here I will go scroll down. So I will choose this first link here. Okay, this first model, let me show you. Then it will look like this. Then I will choose this one. So I will just try to copy from here, click this copy, and it's copied already. So let's go back to our project. So in here, after our table, down here, now let's try to paste our, but first let me just try to write a comment here, like I will say add new student model. Okay, like this. Then I comment this. Then after that one, I will paste this. I will paste the model body here. So then here is the model that we want. Then now I will take this from here, this ID. Then I will copy this ID. I cut it from this button, and I will remove this button because we don't require this button inside this project. So I will cut it, and I will go up here where we have add new student button. Then I will try to paste these IDs inside this button here. So that if we click this add new student buttons, our model will show up. So let's save this. Let's save it. Save. Then let's go back to our project. Let's try to refresh our project. Okay, our project is already refreshed. So let's try to hit this button and see whether we will see a model to come up or not. So click this button. Okay, so you see now we have here our model is here now. So here inside this model now, I need a form inside this model with input fields, right? So let's go back to the code. Okay, inside the model body, let's try to add one form here. So it will be like form method post. Oops, sorry. It will be like this. Form method is post. Okay, so I will, inside the form, I need to I read some input fields inside the form. I will cut this the form ending here. Then I will come down after this div ending. I will paste that form ending here. So, and inside the form here, I will try to add two div with a class input group. Okay, and one span, so that we can have our input inside our form. So let's start to write the div that. So let's try to write this. I will write dot input. So why I write dot? Because this dot means class inside a Bootstrap. So if you want to have a class inside a Bootstrap, just write dot and the class name, then hit the tab to continue the stuff for you. Okay, then I will make it input group like this, then hit tab. So you see, as you see now, we have our class input group here. So I will add another div here. Then it will be input group dash. Okay, prepend like this. then we have two div with input class. Okay, so here then I will write here one span tag with a class. The class will be input dash group dash text, like this. So inside here, inside this span tag, I will write my first name and last name, like this. And let's, after this div closing, inside this other div, inside this input group div here, I will write my input here, input, then with class. Okay, so the class will be from control, like this. So we have it here, input text class from control. So, and the name will be first name. Okay, first name. And the ID, no, I don't need ID here. Let's skip the ID. And the placeholder here, we need a placeholder. Placeholder will be first name. Enter first name. Enter first name, like this. So I will try to copy this. Let's copy this one. Let's copy this input and paste it again and paste it down here. So let's make this one to be last name, and the placeholder also will be enter last name. Okay, so then after this div closing, I will type a br to break from the inputs. Then I will try to copy this because it will save time. The copy from the input group div until the br. Let's copy this, copy, and get down, paste it here one time. Let's get down again, paste it 2 times. Okay, so here now I will change this first name to country, and the last name I will change it to city. Okay, the names will be city. So here, inside the input name, I will change it to country, and here it will be enter country. So enter country name, like this. And the other one will be city, the name will be city. So here it will be enter city name. Okay, enter city name, like this. So after this div, let's get down to the other div, and this one I will change this first name to address, and the last name I will change it to like this. It will be gender. So, but the address, we don't need to put input there. The address, I will change the address to text area. Okay, text area. So the name of the text area will be address, because we need address, and placeholder, enter address here, like this. So after I will try to close this text area here. Let's close the text area. So this one will be a gender. So let's enter gender. Enter gender. So the name here will be gender as well. Okay, let's save this file, save. Now let's go to our browser and see, and try to refresh our page and see if we click this Alt New Student, what we will see inside the model. Okay, let's click this. Okay, so you see our model is looking nice. Okay, so we have all our input fields inside our model with the form. So we have the first name and the last name, and we have the country, city, we have the address and the gender here. So but I will make this model to look nice and to get bigger because it's kind of small, so it will be very you see our names are not showing good. If you want to write a long name or something like that, it will be very hard to you to write, to understand what you are writing inside here. But I will choose the large model here, and I will try to change this the header to be success, okay? And I will change this this close button class to be warning, and I will change this text with save student, and I will change the class also to be success, okay? So let's go there. Let's go to the code. Let's search for the let's go to the okay. Here I will change the to be save student like this, and the class I will change it to success here. Then this class I will change it to warning, okay. Then let's go to the up. In here, inside this class, model dialog class, I will add some classes here, like model dash notify, and I will type model dash lg, means model large, and I will type model dash right. It will mean it will flow at the right side, okay. So and yeah, so then I will give a class called model dash success like this. Then let's save it. Let's go back to the browser. Let's refresh our page, and let's open our model and see how it will look like. Okay, so you see now we have our class success here. It's looking nice. Our model is looking nice now. So we have everything large and everything is clear now. So our name is here is clear, our last name is clear, our country and city, everything is clear here now. So we have our close button here, and we have our save student here. So now I want, if I add all this information inside here, so if I click this save, it will save the information inside the database. So how to do that in Laravel? So now let's go back to our code. Here is our code. So inside this action here, I will write a route that will able to go to our controller from here. Then I will try to use this store route here. So let me show you the route, because you know we have index and create, store, show, and other functions. In this insert student, I will use this store function because they make it easy to us, so that we can able to write our code and store our information into our main database. So I will show you the route list. Let me show you the route list. So type here PHP artisan route, like so. You can type here list, so it will show us our route list. So you see we have our route list here, and let me show you the route. So you see here now we have the method, and we have URL, we have name, we have action, and we have the middleware. But I will use only this one, this method, name and action. So let me show you the route for the post. Route for the store is this one. The route method is post, and the name is student.store. Because why student.store? Let me show you our route. Inside the route, I will show you the web.php, where we have our resource route. So here is our web.php. Let me try to reduce this thing a little bit. So you see, then here is our resource route. where we pass this first parameter as student. So that's why we have here student. You see, he said why I'm using this array, because I want to show you how to insert data with array. Okay, then inside here I will give the names that we have into our inputs, these names, these form names here, these input names, I will give them inside inside this array. So the first one will be first name, and I will assign this first name with this request. So it will be like this, and after the request I will give the first name as well here. So it will be like this, and the next one will be the last name. So I will assign this last name with the request. Okay, so then I can type here last name. So the next one will be country, then I will assign it with this request, assign with the request, then we can say country. And the other one array will be city, assign it with the request. Okay, request, why I take this request, because here inside this function we have request here, so that we can able to insert our information into our database by the help of this request. Okay, so then I will say city, then the other one is the address, address, then I will assign this address with the request. Okay, then let's make it like this, address. The last but not least, it will be our gender. So I will assign this gender with the request like this. So I will type gender. So let's close this one here. So student model, then create, it will be like this. So inside the create I will pass this this variable inside the create. Okay, so it will be like this. Now I will return it back. Let's return it back. Return redirect function like route, it will be like this. So inside this route I will use the folder and the index, so that when we insert our data it will return all back to the index. Okay, so it will be student dot index like this. So after writing our this route student dot index, oh, I made a mistake. I don't give here this, so sorry. Let's make that one before I will have error. Then if I don't give that one, if I save it, then I will have error. So let's give it, because I'm using array. If you are using array, you should give this type of equals to sign here, so that we can so that the array can understand what you are talking about. So now let's save this. So now you see we don't have any error. Let's go back to our browser. Inside our browser, let's try to refresh our page. So after refreshing, now let's add new student like this. Let's just make it like this. Okay, let me add here Alaji. Last name is Singate, and the Singate, and the country is the Gambia. The city is Banjul, and here the address is Latrikunda, Sabiji, Bayalokante Street, like this. And here is male, because I'm a gender. Then here is male. Okay, so now if we click this save, I will go back to the index page, so that then I will check into my database here whether we have our record or not. So let's try to refresh the database and see our database is empty. So now let's try to save this first student. Save it. Okay, so now we save our first student. We save it. So now let's check inside our database. Let's try to refresh our database. Retrieve this student from this database, and I put it inside this table here. Okay, so I will stop this video here. Till next video, stay tuned, and if you have any comment or any doubt about the video, please do comment in the comment section, and I will try to reply you as soon as I can with a solution that you ask. Okay, inshallah. So thank you so much for watching this video, and Allah bless you. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.